Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. We have two blended whiskeys. And then once this is over, for Wednesday, we're going to start rum, Don Q Gold. But I'm going to bring in this tournament occasionally over the next 6 months till it's done. And then we'll get back to the normal taste challenges. Not, we don't typically bring in other styles or types of liquor while we're doing this, but there's a reason for this. So here's Bellows, established 1830, Bellows of New York, William Bellows. There's WB on the label. Actually never a whiskey or liquor producer, but they were more of a whiskey, liquor, rum, gin, brandy procurer. What I mean is they were a broker. That's what they call them, wine brokers. Wine and liquor brokers. They would buy stuff and sell it, but not produce it. Kind of like J&B, Justerini and Brooks. If you look at their website, they don't actually produce any products. They just get it produced. Well, that's what they say. A name of honor established 1830. This whiskey is blended for maximum smoothness. Okay. 80% grain neutral spirits, 20% straight whiskey. I put that in the notes. And it is at least 4 years old because there is a website listing. There's no age statement. Anytime you have no age statement, that means the straight whiskeys in the blend have to be at least 4 years old. And when you have American blended whiskey, it has to be straight whiskey blended with the grain spirits at no less than 20%. Not that strict. I mean, it's strict, but not that difficult, Josh Bonilla says, "What's up, brother from San Francisco?" Hello, good morning to you. Very early for you. Not even 4 a.m. This is bottled in Missouri by Luxco. Bellows at some point got bought by Jim Beam Company, the Beam Company, really what it is. And then Beam sold it in 2015 to Luxco. And then Luxco got bought out by MGP last year, but still Luxco is like a separate company under the MGP umbrella. But there it is, Bellows. You might find it. I've never seen it in this town except at a Chinese restaurant once, Bellows Club Whiskey, not this one. Never seen this in a store around here. I bought this liter bottle at International Market in Metairie, Louisiana, and it was $8.99 for a liter. Now, here's the competitor, Seagram's 83 American. This shocked me 2 weeks ago when I saw it at Dorgnac's and also in Metairie, Louisiana. And now Rouse has got this advertised in their sales paper. They're saying new, it is new for us, new Seagram's 83. Why they call it 83? Well, it's 83 proof instead of 80 proof. What's the blend ratio? Nowhere listed on here. Probably 80-20, the minimum, but I don't know that. I can't say that. It's got the old Seagram's crest. Not made by Seagram's, it's made by Sazerac, the Sazerac company. They have the rights to it now. Whiskey with natural flavors and caramel colors. 83 proof, blended and bottled in America. So, and specifically, what says the 83 Distilling Company, Louisville, Kentucky. But their bottling plant is in Frankfort, Kentucky, at Buffalo Trace. But it's saying bottled in America. So it could be bottled in Indiana and just under the ownership of the home office, the legal office in Louisville. So I'm going to modify that because it does not say Kentucky. It says just in America. So we're going to keep it by that. That means it could be coming from different bottling plants in different states. Want to be specific. All right, now I have to go change the other video notes. Good morning, Ron. It's only 6:39 here in southwestern Michigan. Yep, well, it's 5:39 when you wrote that here. I lived in San Francisco for approximately 6 months prior to moving to Montana. Yeah, Montana. San Francisco. I went there once in 2006. Who's going to win this taste challenge? Probably Bellows, but I don't know that. The Seagrams was $19.99 for the handle. Not the best price, but you see, you're paying for the name. If it was some other brand, it would be $14.99. I'll give you an example. This is a blended whiskey. It's only 20% straight whiskey. But I could go to that same town and buy a handle, one of these bottles. They call them a handle because it got a handle on it. And it's big. I can buy one of these bottles of straight bourbon for $14.99. So people don't like straight bourbon. They rather a blend, but I don't know too many people like that. But they're out there. I bought this for the taste challenge and did a review because it was a very strange product. It's been in Canada since 1983. Since 1983, they've been selling it in Canada. Seagram's 83. It was celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Seagram's Rye Distillery, established in 1883. So it really has nothing to do with the United States. There's no relationship to the U.S. except Sazerac made one up. They're putting the year 1883 in the bottle with no explanation. They're making it 83 proof to match the number, even though in Canada, if you buy this product, it's 80 proof. It's not, the number has nothing to do with the proof. So it's kind of confusing, isn't it? And it's a little, I'm not going to say it's wrong for them to do it because it's their product. They can do whatever they want with it. I was traveling by foot. I was in San Francisco 6 years after you, then in 2012. Okay. All right. So I went all over that city. I didn't go everywhere. I was exploring a lot of it, though. That was 16 years ago. I know it's not improved. It's gone down. It was going down, and I could see, like, oh, man, this place is a wreck. But it's leadership, you know. You got the wrong leadership, you're going to get the wrong results. And that's a fact. That's any city in America, any town in America, any state in America. Bad leadership, bad results. And it's just basically an algorithm, which is a scientific formula. It's like these products here are made according to an algorithm. It's a recipe. They do it, and it comes out the same every time. Now, if you alter the recipe, it's going to change. If there's variables in play, yeah, the recipe will be different every time. There are variables in color, so and appearance. So to avoid that, they add the caramel color for color consistency. Look like they went a little heavy on the caramel here, though. And this stuff is dark. I mean, it's like mahogany, and ain't no way a blended whiskey. It's aged at least 4 years. I should put that in the notes. They're both aged at least 4 years because we got no age statement on either one. And that's the law. Both are American blended whiskeys, aged at least 4 years. So we can take that off of the Bellows because it would be redundant. All right, good. And that's got to, as soon as this is over, I got to go update my notes. Algorithms like one needs to solve the Rubik's Cube. Right, there's only one way to solve it. You have to follow the algorithm. If you know the algorithm, you can solve it in 2 minutes. If you don't know the algorithm, then you have to take a shortcut, just trying to figure it out, which is what we call a heuristic. Of course, in the case of a Rubik's Cube, the heuristic's going to take a lot longer than the algorithm. But anyway, if you don't know it, you know. So, but these are not made according to a heuristic. They're made according to a formula, a recipe, an algorithm. I have a video on YouTube attempting to teach others about algorithms and heuristics. It's a good thing. I got to mix these up and not look down because the Bellows is so much lighter. It's going to screw the challenge up. Okay, I'm sorry, but it's going to screw it up. I'm going to glance and see that mahogany, and I'm going to know it's the Seagram's 83. All right. You're up early. I'm up early every day. If I woke up at 5:45, that would be extremely late, and that would be a sign something was wrong with me. Yeah, wood, a lot of wood. Sweet, sugar, caramel. Could it pick up wood after 4 years, even if it's a blended whiskey? Yeah, but remember now that aroma is coming from the 20% straight whiskey, bourbon, more than likely, not that grain spirits, because those are raw, unaged. They just dump them in. They distill them once. It's like one time distilled, filtered to take out any, grit or anything, and then blended. That's it. Has to be stored in oak vessels, though. Well, if it's stored, it's aging, right? But yeah, theoretically it is. Some people call this stuff brown vodka, but that's showing their ignorance or their flippancy because a grain neutral spirit is not the same as vodka. It's similar. Vodka can be made from it. But if you took the time to read the Tax and Trade Bureau website, you'd realize there's two different classes of product. But a lot of people are too busy, trying to be smart mouthed and try to yeah, brown vodka. When they drop that term, it's done for a purpose. And do the same in the beer world. But it's not done to educate. It's done to portray a level of arrogance or not portray, to present a level of arrogance. You say, well, they have a right to be a beer snob or a whiskey snob. They have that right. Of course. Why not? You're buying it, but do whatever you want. But be accurate at least. Come on, do that at least. This one has wood too, but it's almost like, and I found out about this stuff, it's almost like they're adding that flavoring called oak extract. Oak extract. That's a true story. You can get it. So it's like they're cheating, You say, well, they're not. You might say, well, they're not cheating because they're telling you right on the bottle with natural flavors. That's true. So they are disclosing the fact that they're cheating, cheating with full disclosure. Taste. Cheers. All right. It's so corn. These things are so corn. They're unreal. They're just corn, because the grains don't have to be corn. Read your website, your Tax and Trade Bureau website. It could be any grain, as long as it comes out neutral. No aroma, no odor. I mean, that's the same thing. No aroma, no flavor, and no color. Clear, odorless, colorless. You could make grain neutral spirits out of wheat, for barley, oats, wouldn't matter. But they use corn because it's the least expensive in the United States. Rice would be pretty inexpensive too. There is a rice whiskey on the market in Louisiana. I've never tried it. Yeah, it's supposed to be tasteless and odorless, but it does come through a little bit. And plus you're adding the bourbon, which is mostly corn. So this thing is very corn oriented as expected. It says crafted to be very smooth. It is very smooth. I'll give it that. Crafted for maximum smoothness. Now, I don't know about maximum. That's a little. That's going a little too far. But it is very smooth. So if you like blended whiskey, Bellows would be a good choice, especially if it's $8.99 a liter. That's can't go wrong. All right. Bourbon does turn some people off because it's too woody, too charred, too much heavy corn. They don't like it. Okay. I mean, most people do, but some people don't. Man, now what do we say about this thing? I'm telling you, I'm picking up a lot of grain spirits underneath. You say, but it's got no flavor. I'm telling you, but they got flavor. It's just like a corn distillate, watered down to 83 proof. They coming in at 190, but they add water. They told me at the distillery, the way we bring down the proof, we just add tap water. And then when it gets to 80 proof, we stop and bottle it. That's all they do. If you don't add water, then it's what we call barrel proof. It's coming out the barrel, whatever the strength is, then they bottle it. I've tried some of those barrel proofs. They're too strong for me. Good flavor, but too strong. I couldn't take it. It was like, ugh. It's nasty to me. But that's me. I'm probably weak. They used to sell Old Granddad 114 around here. Had a good flavor. I tried it once, but I said, oh no, I wouldn't drink this stuff. No, it was so strong. It was like unreal. And the Old Granddad bottle and bonds are a little too strong for me. The 100 proof. I'd just rather the 80 proof. The regular Old Granddad bourbon, the orange label without the green on it. That's just me. I like it, but yeah, I know Beam makes it. That's all I know. I know it's not too popular anymore. This one's way sweeter. This one's sweet and smooth, almost like caramel sweetness or pralines, something. I don't know. Well, no nuts in it. Although some of these things will have a nutty flavor. Some of these things be weird, taste like almonds or pecans, straight, but these two don't. See, I think a lot of these Sazerac blended got this weird corn taste. It's not specifically bad or necessarily bad, but I don't see it as necessarily good. I'm going to tell you the truth. The guy told me on the phone from Buffalo Trace, he said, well, I started noticing all these things saying with natural flavors. I don't care if it's tequila, rum, whiskey. I said, what's the story with that? He said, well, about 5 years ago, Sazerac decided to start adding natural flavors to all their low-end, that's what he called it, low-end products. It's a good term for it. He said it helped smooth them out. In other words, they were a little nasty, kind of harsh and unpleasant. So they added these natural flavors to make them more appealing. He said, but it's a proprietary blend. So it's a secret blend of natural flavors, or it's a secret. We don't know what it is. He said, I work for him. I don't know what it is. He said, but I get to suspicion. He said, I have a strong suspicion that it's vanilla. He said, I'm speaking for myself. It tastes like vanilla to me. I said, I wouldn't be shocked. But it could be anything, as long as it's natural flavoring. And people that are buying the Sazerac low end, the base models, the bottom shelfers, they don't care if they're adding coloring and flavoring. I mean, they don't care. They just don't. People buying Crystal Palace gin are not going to sit there and say, oh, I'm going to get on the internet and research this stuff. I got a lot of work to do to find out all about Crystal Palace gin. They're not doing that. You know what they're doing. Okay. I'm going to say this is the Bellows. Oh, it's not. It's the Sazerac. It's the 83, Seagram's 83. Okay, so the flavoring did smooth it out. Well, you got me there, Sazerac. So now I got to remember, if it's super smooth, it's the Seagram's 83. Maybe that's why it's $19.99 instead of $14.99. Well, so it's the Bellows with this doggone corn taste. Oh well, no great loss, but still, I hate to get it wrong, but that's the way it goes. So, boy. I guess it wouldn't be a chase challenge if it wasn't challenging. Of course, I love to be 100% correct, but that doesn't happen. I'll be doggone. Maybe add natural flavor is a good idea in some ways. Okay. When I live. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I created a video on how to solve the Rubik's Cube. Okay. Ron doesn't like tequila, and I do like tequila. For a long time, I had never tried it. I never said I didn't like it. Angelo says, went to my local Walmart and paid $37 for a turkey that a few weeks ago was like 21. Last year was 16. Yep. Thank you, JB. Well, you see, incompetence in leadership leads to incompetence in results. You know, what am I saying? Bad results. Inflation is real. Didn't they say there was going to be a shortage of beer? Well, that's just theoretics. You know, that's theory more than fact. But there's definitely a cause and effect situation. The effect is the inflation. The cause is all the free money that everybody got during the scamdemic, the stimulus. When people were getting all this, they were saying, yeah, I got mine. I told them, I said, you're going to pay for that. Basically, every dollar you get is going to cost you $1.50, $1.20, whatever. So I don't know. Short term, you think you're getting something, right? Like, oh, yay. Long term, you're losing money. So anytime they're giving away that money, you know, like in the last 2 years, you're going to pay more than you get. So your best idea is to save every penny of it, save it all, or pay off debt. Either way, pay off debt would be better. And then just be prepared for higher prices. Now, they really went wild in Europe, which is much more socialist. And now they have runaway. We're throwing a fit here because of 8% inflation, which is terrible. And we know who the guilty parties are. But in Europe, it's much higher. England, 10% or higher. And they're all in an uproar. But they're ignorant. Notice I didn't say they were stupid. I said they were ignorant. Ignorant means you don't know. Most of the people in England are clamoring, we want more benefits. We want more benefits to solve the inflation problem. But they don't realize that they're using backward thinking. If they get more benefits, it's going to make a worse inflation problem. So, but it's hard to tell people these things when they don't know, you see. But if you're open-minded, you can learn. Some people are closed-minded and can't learn. But not that they couldn't technically, but they cannot learn due to their own obstinance. Very difficult to deal with that. I had students in class, I told them that. I said, you can't learn. And then they would get upset. I said, but wait, I didn't finish the sentence. You can't learn because you're unwilling to do so. I said, you could learn a lot if you were willing to learn, but you can't because of your refusal to do it. I said, now, if you want to go home and tell your parent that, go ahead, but I know I'm correct. I never got any complaints from parents over that. The parents, I don't know, sometimes they wanted their children to do the best. Sometimes they just wanted their child to have a grade. You know, I want my child to have an A. I said, but wouldn't you want them to earn the A? Or you just want them to get one? Because if all you want is them to get an A, it's like people that's getting stimulus checks and thinking it's going to be free, not going to have any cost involved. No, it is going to be a cost involved. All right, anyway, so thank you. The winner, I'm shocked, actually. Quite shocked. But the winner is Seagram's 83. Never would have expected it, but here it is. So maybe my initial perception of this was incorrect or undeveloped. I think it was more like undeveloped. It's so new. Only been on the market this month. Is it going to be a success? I don't know, but I think Rouse is running ads for it in the newspaper. Sales paper is a good sign for it. And they do a lot of heavy promotion of Sazerac products here, but that's expected because their headquarters is here. So we probably get the heaviest Sazerac promotions here than any place in the world. And that's probably certainly true. All right. Thanks, everybody. See y'all Wednesday. for rum. Now we would be on rum for a long time. And I'm not complaining.